So we already talked about what you live in. So many of you said you lived in a house, and many of you gave me examples of where your house is, whether it's on an avenue, a boulevard, or a street. So for this lesson, we're going to be building a specific street. I have here a house, just a tiny house that I'm going to put right here. Can you see that, Makaya, in the video?
Yeah, I can. Well, it's not standing up, but
Okay, but you
I
see
can.
it.
I can see the fabric, but I can't see the shape of it.
Oh, can you move it so that you can see the shape of it? If you want to come a little bit closer and yep, so that way we can see it. Thank you. So I have here a house that is on a street, and this is going to be a very special street that we're going to be learning about. So I'm going to tell you a story about it. On the street, we have houses. The smallest house is on the street. This is a small house. We have many different houses on this street, just like the street that you guys live on. The next house is bigger, and the house just keeps on getting bigger and bigger as the street goes on.
Biggest.
So notice how the house just gets bigger and bigger.
Hey, I see my house.
Okay.
I see my house.
Oh, hold on, my friends.
I see my old house.
I'm gonna wait for us to see something. Okay. Another thing that makes the street very special is that imagine that the houses just keep on going forever and ever and ever. We have a special name for that. We call that infinity. So we call this street the Infinity Street because imagine the houses just keep on going on and on and on forever without ever ending.
And when it gets tall,
So in these
it goes into outer space.
hold on. In these houses on the street, we have people who live in each house. But there is something special about how many people live in these houses on Infinity Street. Each house has 3 people living in it. Each house will always have 3 people living in the house. And we show that by using 3 different colors. We have a house that has 1 person that's going to be represented by green. We have another person that will be represented by blue. And we have another person that will be represented by red. And as the houses get bigger and bigger, so do our people. So again, I'm going to lay out the person that's green, blue, and red. And I'm just gonna keep on going. So, green, blue, and red. And then I'm gonna keep on going because I have more people. Green, blue,
Now I live on Infinity Street. No, wait, I have 4 people in my family.
and I'm gonna keep on going. Green, blue, red. And then I have one more.
Is that big.
Green.
Okay.
That's a far stretch.
No. Okay.
Blue.
Okay. That is huge. Those are big. Those are
Like I
tall
said, it gets
people.
bigger and bigger. So all of these houses on Infinity Streets also have mailboxes. And if you've ever looked at a mailbox, the mailboxes typically have your name on it. So they have special mailboxes as well that tells you what their family name is. So this one, I'm just going to put down. So this one, the mailbox would be right here. But we're gonna skip that one for now. And I'm just gonna stop right here for now. There would be another mailbox right there, but I'll just move this house to the side because we're gonna focus on just the first 5 houses, maybe. Okay. So this is a humble house. And because it is a humble house, it doesn't need a mailbox. They're saying, oh, we don't need a mailbox. We're fine with that one. But the rest of the houses each get a mailbox. So this mailbox belongs to this house. This one belongs to this house. This one to this house. And this one to that house. I'm going to ask you, raise your hand and tell me, what do you notice about what you see up here? What's something that you notice about up here? Makaya, what do you notice?
That goes a pattern of a house, mailbox, house, mailbox, house, mailbox, house.
Yes, it's a pattern of a house, because there's no mailbox, house and then mailbox, and then house and then mailbox, house and then mailbox. What else do you notice, Lena?
There's
Ah, Lena notices that there's a pattern of the color. It's always what? Green, blue, red, green, blue, red, green, blue, red, green, blue, red, green, blue, red. That is a pattern. Yes. Does anybody else notice something, Kyrie?
the houses are like small fish.
So yes, the houses get bigger as you go on. Do you see? You have to
It
have
would
it
be
bigger.
weird to
Okay. So yes, very well. Now, I am going to be making some addresses for these houses because houses have addresses just like how your house has an address. I am going to, are you okay? Okay. I am going to bring a bead-bar box to help us build these numbers. So I will be right back and we'll grab my bead-bar box.
Can I go to my water bottle?
Okay, I have my bead-bar box right here.
You have a box.
Yes.
Let's see what box.
So we're gonna be building numbers, and I'm just gonna take some beads, and I'm going to lay it out in this house, random places. Okay. Now, if I lay this bead here, this represents one bead because we're in the units place. I place this 4 bead here in my 10th place, so that represents 40 because I'm doing it 4 times, so 10, 20, 30, 40. Now this represents, the red represents my hundreds place, so I have 100, 200, 300. So far in my house right here, I have 331, but I also placed a 2 here in my next house, so we moved over a house, and I am in the thousands family now. I am in the thousands family, so I have 2,341. So this number is 2,341. Now, if I were to grab a 5 bead bar, and if I were to put that here, blue represents my 10th place. So I'm gonna put that there. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So we're 50, 52. So I have 52,341. But let's add another one right here and see how that happens. What happens? I have a brown one, and remember brown is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna put my 8 in my hundredths place. So I have 852,000 because this is the thousands family. 341. That's a big number.
What?
800, sorry, let's do that again. 852,340.
That's only one.
Well, let's keep adding more beads to it because we can keep on going, right? Let's add a purple bead. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yay.
I have 6, and I'm just gonna put my 6 here in the ones place. So we're in a different family now. We are in the millions family.
Millions.
I have.
Who's a million years old?
That's a trillion.
In this house.
I'm gonna hold on. So I have here 6,852,341.
Oh my god.
So we're getting bigger and bigger.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Does this, so eyes up here, my friends. You'll notice that your green is always going to be your ones place.
Hungry today.
Blue is hundreds, red is, I'm sorry, green is ones, blue is tens, red is hundreds. Sorry, that was my fault. So you read numbers basically just by reading how many beads you have and looking at what place you're in. Who would like to give this a try by reading this number? Lena, why don't you come on up and read this number for us? So start off here. How many beads do we have?
1.
6. What family is this in?
1.
No. 8. There we go. Yes. This takes a little bit of practice. Anybody else want to give this a try? Alana, come on up and read it for us.
Out. Somebody please read it out loud.
6 million. And then we're in the next half now. 8,000. So before you say 8,000, you have to read this whole number first and then you move on to the thousands afterwards. So this is your hundredths place. 100. Thank you. So let's review this again, okay? Remember, your red will always represent your hundreds. Blue represents your tens. And green represents your 1. Before you read the family name, you have to go through your hundreds, tens, and ones first, and then you can read your family name. So for instance, this one, this is the million house. I don't have anything in the hundreds or tens place. So I just go straight to my ones, and I have automatically 6 in my ones. So I can read 6 million. And then I'm going to move on to this house. I have in here 852. So 852, then I can read the thousands name. 852,341. So you always have to read what's in the house first. You always have to read what's in the house first before you read their name. Okay, I'm gonna be stopped.